W nerfs onto the Azir. It's still not surprising considering Chalk's champion pool is just mainly like a Varus, Gangplank, and probably, yeah, the Azir. So they're kind of focusing on something that Chalk would probably be comfortable
Yeah.
with the Azir. So most likely, let's remove that in game as well. Meanwhile, the Bard ban is not surprising because Schnitzel, aside from what I've mentioned earlier, the Thresh, the Blitzcrank, and all the skill shot accurate or skill shot parang mas kailangan ng skill shot accuracy na champions.
Yes.
Kasama din yung Bard, of course, with the Cosmic Binding. I think it's one of his really pocket picks. So there you go. That's the Varus, just as I've mentioned.
Yes. So yun, touch ka rin about the Azir ban. It doesn't hurt much that Azir. Well, oo, sobrang nabawasan yung siege power niya, but of course he is built up with attack speed.
Yeah,
So
true.
basically, he can still siege the opposing team. And of course, yung Emperor's Divide nga tinanggal na yung movement speed. So basically, less mobility for our Emperor during the team fights. And yun nga, I must agree, of course, the Varus, sobrang exceptional niya in the hands of Chalk. And
Yeah.
of course, as you can see, Bard, Nocturne, Gragas. Yung Nocturne, guys, you have seen that one carried on the top lane, right?
Or
No,
Moraita Boy,
for Moraita Boy,
actually.
for
Yeah,
sure.
Moraita Boy pala.
Since,
So,
yes, ito yung kanyang parang star pick or
Yes.
comfort pick niya. And,
disrespect ban.
yeah, ito na yung problema din. Like, iniisip ko, if Asian Arena, Moraita Boy does not get his Nocturne, what actually can he go back on?
Well, he did play Sejuani back then, but
Mm.
although I'm not quite sure how powerful Sejuani is, considering the early game for Sejuani is quite weak, and with Trevor on their side, most likely he really would like to counter jungle and really ruin the pathing of Moraita Boy. But then again, we have seen the nerfs on Lucian, so medyo nag-iba na yung champion pool ng champion selection for the AD
Yes.
carries. But then you can see how important AD carries are when you see these two teams just secure right off the bat, first rotation, the important picks. I mean, nabasa natin that, Miss Fortune is there on the table already. Ash is on the table already because Lucian got really like smacked down
Yes.
hard with nerfs. So it is understandable that you'd get the Caitlyn because Caitlyn, I think she wasn't moved at all. Meanwhile, for Sivir, one of the safe picks, but that puts Marky in. Of course, nagtaas yung carry potential din ng Sivir because of the changes. But then, hindi siya parang like a really power spike pagdating ng level 6 compared to like other carries. For example, if it's a Vayne or if it's like a probably an Ezreal or something. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you really want to pick the Sivir for your team comp rather
Yeah.
than for
Yeah.
yourself. So
Definitely.
we'll see how Cerberus Esports do create this. I mean, there's Yux with a possible top lane Maokai, and that's always good with a Sivir combo.
Yux also, despite the nerfs also on Swain, I think they are just balances. Swain is actually opened for the taking.
Yes.
He played Swain twice in a row, I believe, at the previous match.
There you go.
But there's a Victor. Normally, you'd put Chalk like somewhere around last pick, but then I think they're saving top lane for last.
So yeah, actually I do agree with that. Of course, that's severe. Knowing that Cerberus is more on a team fight type of team.
Yeah.
So for they can push objectives, and of course Trevor on that Rek'Sai, you have seen him on PGS focusing the top lane mostly with that kind of pick. Of course, having Victor, yun nga, yung first death ray is quite fast. The second one is not. Pero yung burst niya and of course the Chaos Storm changes is really good.
Yeah.
So in the damage per second is really good on this one on the mid lane, and of course on that one, Moraita Boy would be opting for a Zac.
Well, which I would think is similar to a Nocturne. I mean, you could jump from far away and then just catch your opponent off guard, which is...
Better early game as well.
Yes,
Yeah,
slingshots
exactly.
everywhere.
Yeah, so I guess the playstyle with the Nocturne is kind of similar again. That might be what he's gonna be improvising with. So we'll have to
Yeah.
see how he does play with this Zac. But it looks like the composition here of Asian Arena with a Soraka and a Zillion mid for Eiko.
Wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Wow. Okay. So I'm not quite sure what Asian Arena is trying to assemble here, but most definitely it's keeping themselves alive with all the passives. With all the passive, for example, the Zac with his blobs, Soraka, of course, with a sustain. So I'm thinking of course Zillion as well with his ultimate. So I'm thinking sustained team fights on their side.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I was about to mention, like, aside from the Swain, you can actually pick up a
Rise,
Rise
yeah.
despite, you know, he has been balanced recently at the 6.11. The itemization is still perfect for them. I mean, the Rod of Ages, Rod of Ages most likely kasi,
Yeah.
syempre, you have sustain
Yeah,
in the
the
top lane.
Catalyst of
Yeah, the
Aeons.
Catalyst
and with
of
the changes
Aeons.
to the mana items too.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's
Yeah,
true.
so yun nga, I'm looking into the lineup of Asian Arena. Mostly is more on zone eh. You have
Yeah.
the zone from, you have the traps, you have the silence from Soraka. You have also, of course, the bombs.
You know, actually thinking about the bombs, you place them on either Moraita Boy and Jason, and then you
Then
just
you just carry it.
yeah, you just
So
carry it to the
you can
opponents.
just use it defensively or
Yeah.
initiator from
Yeah.
that. And I was thinking like it was similar Nocturne to Zac, but Zac is mostly offering that kind of CC
The
Mhm.
utility.
compared to Nocturne that can carry with a Blood Razor and
Mhm.
of course other offensive items rather than Zac that can go tank and still offer some not so much offensive type.
Yeah, and I think Zac spells more of team fights and
Mhm.
skirmishes. Well, of course, Nocturne is more on the picks, of course, and you know,
Yes.
relying too much on snowballing or isolating a certain target, because it's really hard to catch up with a Nocturne in a team fight, because you know, darkness straight out through the
Yes.
target.
You can face
Baka siya lang
dive.
mag-isa doon yung lulusob. I guess I really like this pick from Asian Arena. It works really well with, you know, from 6.9 to 6.11. Hindi naman sila nagalaw. Most likely ang naapektuhan talaga is the mid lane, and then the what do you call this, the AD carries, of course.
Yes.
Would like to tap onto Cerberus as well. That's gonna be a really scary Rise despite the balancing.
Yeah,
So just as you've mentioned earlier, with Trevor going to focus on the top lane, let Chok siguro stay there kasi all he has to do naman is just, you know, wear his dancing shoes, dodge the bombs
Yeah.
all year round. But there's always Moraita Boy to, you know, keep the pressure up in the mid lane so that Chalk will have a slow scaling Victor. But I really think mid game wise, Victor gets really strong, especially I kind of see na parang early Lich Bane na parang second item or third item, unlike before na last item yung Lich Bane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does give you a lot of burst damage with the Q.
Yeah, and a really good
Mm.
spike as well.
Yeah.
True.
So mas focus or in favor of Chok on this one since you just have to dance around and of course yung skill ni Victor is most likely mas accurate ilapag compared to Zillion.
Yeah.
So medyo in favor yung mid lane. Gusto ko rin din itap yung Zac. I think he's going to focus on the bot lane. Since
Yeah.
bot lane is not that, they don't have the early disengages. You don't have the Monsoon. You don't have the Thrill of the Hunt, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, you can just go ahead and slingshot on the early game.
Mhm.
You can use the traps and of course the silence from Soraka.
Yeah, I guess it's the difficult part is when Marky is very alert. Kumbaga, if nakita nila na sila Moraita Boy is focusing on the bot lane, most likely they're gonna put vision around the map.
Yeah.
And the thing is, pa sa Asian Arena, the good side about their composition is that early game wise, they're carrying double teleports. So they will be able to carry out the 4v5s. But in counter to that, in terms of at least nandyan yung Rek'Sai with the ultimate as well. But that's pagdating pa ng level 6. Pre-level 6, I kind of doubt they'd make plays because Fizz is very heavily reliant on Chum the Waters to initiate the
Mhm.
combo. So it really is parang very reliant on the early to mid, pero pagdating ng late, I kind of doubt na ma-maximize na tong yung double TP unless in terms of defending na lang. Pagdating naman dito sa ating what do you call this, sa Cerberus Esports, Chalk might be pressured to actually walk to the lane, kung
Yeah.
saan man top or bottom, so that mag-respond siya. Because definitely, they're gonna lack damage without Chalk if ever magkaroon ng 4v5.
Yeah, of course, not unless, of course, that Sivir has the items. Of course, the Ricochet, hindi na naman natin kakalimutan na it was really buffed with that critical bouncing.
Yeah.
So, sobrang reliant ng Sivir on that firepower, but not as early as what can Victor does.
Yeah.
So, so talagang kailangan si Chok mostly around that team fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is pa dito sa ating sa lineup ng Asian Arena, they have they have an option then for in terms of engage. They are gonna be heavily reliant on the Zac as well, and they can also see Jason ba yun yung sa top lane yung
Yeah,
Fizz?
Jason.
Jason. Ayun. After that, for sure, this is gonna be the tanky Fizz, right?
Yeah.
So most likely, ano yan, gonna be the flanker
Yeah.
later on sa fight. So Asian Arena would want to put the advanced wards. The same goes to the
There we go.
Cerberus
Loading.
Esports, where they have a Rise. The thing with Cerberus Esports comp is that they have so many options in terms of engage. They have the Rise flank, that's a sure snare. They have the Rek'Sai, the knock-up. They have Sivir on the hunt. So they have plenty of options in terms of engage. Since they have the Janna, they have the disengage. Para naman sa Asian Arena, they don't have disengage. That's the thing. They have nothing. If it's all in, it's all or nothing for them. They don't have anything to restart the fight. Although they have sustained team fights, that's the Soraka. Kumbaga, in terms of resetting, they don't have CC.
Yeah.
All they have is the wish ni Soraka, the ultimate. So, it's all about execution here for the teams dito.
Well, ang masasabi ko lang na one reliable na disengage would be the Let's Bounce. But that's the less
true.
you can have, of
Yeah,
course. Or
that's
the
the least.
AoE stun from Zilean. But of course, you can rely on that much. Of course, the accuracy nga. And of course, the Let's Bounce, mostly I think is gagamitin siya for initiation talaga, more on team fight.
Alright, so after all of that analyzation, let's go into the Summoner's Rift, ladies and gentlemen, for Game 1 in this best-of-5 series between Asian Arena versus Cerberus Esports. So for the blue side, in the top lane, it's going to be...
Okay, on the top lane, that will be Jason on his Fizz. On the jungle, that will be Moraita Boy on the Zac. On the mid lane, that will be Zilean on Eiko. And on the AD carry marksman that key for you guys, that's Caitlyn. And of course, on the support, that's Soraka, led Snick or Snitzel.
Yes, and on the red side, we've got Cerberus Esports. In the top lane, we've got Yux with a Rise. In the jungle, we have Trevor with a Rek'Sai. In the mid lane, we got Shock with a Victor. And for the bottom lane duo, andyan si Marky with a Sivir. And for the support, that's Shadow with a Janna. I doubt it na magkakaroon ng steal si Shadow unless that's a Howling Gale steal. I did it once before.
You cannot do it again.
I can't do it again, but
That's
for
no
sure
once.
that it is possible to still do a steal.
Well, I'm not really sure about the
Well, we'll see that.
to steal. Kasi mostly pag Janna players, they opted to maximize the shield before the
Yeah,
Q, diba?
definitely.
So, not really sure dun sa damage. Pero still,
Ano lang, tansya lang siguro. Charge
tansya
mo
na
yung Q,
siguro.
diba?
Because he
Charge.
did it, ano naman eh, many times.
He did it many times on
So,
a Braum,
it's not really
on a
questionable.
Morgana. Yep.
And here we go, just a bit of a tussle in the mid lane. Eiko taking quite a bit of damage from that Thunderlord's Decree with the Q of the Victor. You know, just saying the intro high for this best of 5. We do see though that both junglers actually opting to go in for the opposite sides of the spectrum with red buff in their sights to be their first major buff to take.
Yeah, I'm actually quite curious what the first dragon is because it's gonna be very, very important. It's gonna be the Infernal. So
early firepower on
if
that one.
ever I wanna put that Infernal, the team that benefits it the most is definitely Cerberus. Because there's a Victor, there's a Rise, and there's a Sivir. So that's 3 power threats for them. Meanwhile, for Asian Arena, that's a Caitlyn, and that's a Zilean. Of course, these are utility types, right? So later pa sila magsaspike. For Fizz, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a tank type. So more sustained team fights for him. And the burst, I think it's gonna scale around early to mid. But late game, if his build is really the tank type na Fizz, it's gonna fall off really quick. Kumbaga pagdating sa late game. Pag sa Cerberus Esports, there's nowhere to go but up for Yux and for Chalk.
Oh, hold that thought. Here comes the gank in the mid lane. Eiko gonna get knocked up immediately. Flashes over, but the damage is just too much. First blood gonna be given onto the hands of Shock. Beautifully executed there by the side of Cerberus Esports.
Yes, that's what I'm saying about Trevor. He's really good on that roam. Of course, he started on the other side of the map. So basically, it's either mid or top start for him. So yeah, nothing. Of course, that's Trevor for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here's the curious thought though. Eiko actually saw Trevor in the top side river and then, still didn't give respect to the Rek'Sai.
Yeah.
There was like, dude, I'm still here. I just got off the Fog of 4, but I'm still here near your mid lane.
And the thing is, he had a trinket, so he could have laid it down at the brush at the side, just in case Trevor does a level 3 gank. I mean, he really likes these ganks once he gets the red buff. Okay.
Oh wait, another tussle in the bottom lane, but Shadow gonna be getting away from that one. Trevor for the second time going in onto Eiko. There's the gravity field, there's the stun, and that'll be 0-2 onto this Zilean. Oh my goodness, it's looking to be very early aggression for Cerberus.
Yes, that's of course Trevor wants someone to snowball. It's either you're going for Chalk or Yukes. Those firepower or beast mages are really having those good moments of their laning phase right now.
Yeah, I mean, Trevor is really maximizing the red buff right now, and sobrang sulit talaga ng ginagawa niyang rotation. Considering the fact that Zilean, very one of the low mobility champions. I mean, he does have the what do you call this, the movement speed buff, but here's the first gank.
Okay, we do see Chalk getting knocked up right there. Can they follow through with another bomb that might stun Shock? The answer to that is no. He actually used his flash as well as his ghost there, but the damage output from the Zilean as well as the Zac was not enough to get the execute onto Chalk.
So yeah, guys, you have seen of course, Asurai said nga a while ago, the bombs na ilalagay mo siya kay Zac to initiate right now.
Okay.
And
top lane though, a little bit of a duel there between Yux and Jason, or Jason. How do you pronounce that? Jason going in, goes a little bit too aggressive, but the poke from the Trident was enough to pierce the skin of this Archmage in the top lane.
This is actually very interesting, because between like 1v1, like laning phase wise, of course, it's still the individual skill set of the players. And interestingly, Jason, kaya niya tapatan si Yux in terms of 1v1 o parang holding on his own dito sa top lane. So this matchup, this is a very interesting matchup kasi syempre magkakaalaman pagdating sa team skill set in terms of micro play. Cerberus, because Cerberus has it in the bag. Parang based on what we've witnessed so far.
Yes.
Kasi syempre mas may experience, marami silang alam nila yung team dynamics, alam nila yung power threats, they have the communication as well. Meanwhile, Acion Arena, in terms of individual, kaya-kaya nila yung top lane ng Cerberus Esports. So that's why this is a really interesting matchup. Kasi mukhang hirap si Yux. I mean, he could have went home. I honestly thought he could have went home. That was very confident of him to actually stay in lane, stay under the tower, for a potential outplay. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and of course that's a Fizz. You respect the Sea Stone Trident, you can go ahead and spell vamp all the damages, and of course, playful Trickster. Diba? Parang he can just go ahead and go invulnerable and exit out with that Urchin Strike.
Yeah.
So basically, he has all the kit he needs to, take down someone under the turret.
Plus, if you actually look at it, I mean, Fizz is starting to be the new Echo in the top lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is one of the beasts right now on the top lane.
Actually, well, they did some readjustments as well to Echo, so he's not really like one of the top priority.
He won't shatter the top lane anymore, basically.
Oh, hey, I see what you did there.
Know it.
But I think they really wanted to go back, or Right is pushing those AP Echoes.
Yeah.
So they're removing the tank type, but yeah, still it's still a good pick for a top Echo. Pero right now, Fizz is right on the bag.
Yeah.
I'm right, the boy there.
Kind of wanna mention about the free mana pots in the bot lane.
Yeah, that's
Because of the
severe.
Caitlyn Yordle traps. All
Well-
she has to do is like step on it, and then that's a free mana pot.
Well,
so,
I can also Moraita boy can take advantage of that. If spell shield goes on cooldown, that's the time you can go slingshot away.
yeah. Well, it's quite risky though, so that means like you have to read carefully your movements ni Marky. And there is no vision at the deeper side of the jungle. Actually, there is. So Cerberus spots that Zac is on the red side as of this moment. Nandiyan si Rek'Sai. Let's see if he's gonna do a steal of some sort for the red buff.
He does
We'll
have
see.
his smite up, so it's a possibility. Here he goes in. He sees it, smites it off from the hands of Moraita Boy there,
Ano?
but he's getting chased by Schnitzel as well as Moraita Boy, though, you know, he has a tunnel out, so it's, you know, mission accomplished. Ethan
Yeah.
Hunt is gonna be happy with that one.
Hehe.
It's a red buff steal for the jungle. So, once again, that's Trevor, guys. So, it means na may chance na naman na gamitin niya in a better use yung na-steal niya.
Yeah. And it actually really ruins Moraita Boy's rotation. I feel like he could have ganked bot lane afterwards, after that red buff, and kahit hindi tumama yung knock up, I feel like the
Pressure.
yung isa niyang
Thank
skill
you.
na basta ma-proc na yung red buff will be enough, because considering Caitlyn is a long range, one of the longest range
Yeah.
dito sa champion pool ng ating ADC. So it could have worked well. You match it, the slow could be matched with the silence, and then the snare will kick in. So it really ruined Moraita Boy's rotation, and it actually did not relieve the pressure kasi sa bot lane. Kasi if you think about it, spam lang ng spam si Marky ng wave clear niya.
Yeah.
He's free to do that because the Caitlyn traps are just like mana pots. All he has to do is just step on it and then ricochet ulit siya.
And
So, yeah.
Yeah, yun nga. Of course, as I said nga, na pwede gamitin sana ni Moraita Boy as an advantage. But of course, credit sa wardings ng Cerberus right now that
Yeah.
they are reading Asian Arena right now like a book.
And with that, how can you actually gank the bottom lane? If you're gonna come in from Riverside, there's like 2 giant pink wards right there that'll spot you
Yeah.
out, and then this Tribush right here, it's always covered by shadow. I mean, there's just this is the only time that I've seen it blank, and now Cerberus Esports gonna follow up onto this Infernal, and you do see that Asian Arena have no of this whatsoever. It's just going under their noses, and this will be an early as well as an easy dragon for the side of Cerberus Esports. They're now going to check up on it, but it's a bit too late. Will they get any cash here on the members of Cerberus? There's Moraita Boy using the knock-up with the Let's Bounce, but Trevor, for the second time, has another exit tunnel right out there. That's a pesky Rek'Sai just going in and out, doing as she pleases, and this Queen of the Xerxai is making it a little bit difficult for Asian Arena.
Look how confident that call was. I mean, nag-teleport si Fizz, si Jason, pero hindi nag-teleport si Yux. Because it was a communication. It was a shot call na parang, okay, Yux, stay ka lang dyan. We're gonna disengage. We're not gonna fight. We're not gonna give in with their fight. So despite, you know, Asian Arena wanted to start something, despite nakuha na yung Dragon, kumbaga wala na talagang makukuha doon, siguro consolation prize is like a kill or 2, ready na yung escape path ni Trevor, ready na lahat. They were following like a list, a checklist for themselves. And that's why they're very confident. Linagay lang si Yux, so teleport advantage para kay Yux dito sa
Forces the
Cerberus.
flash out of Schnitzel there. Even uses the ultimate to actually give Keith some HP. But hold that thought. Look at this Eiko with the backstab right there. Shadow gonna be the body blocker for the ultimate of the Caitlyn here. And they look to actually escape from this without any casualties at all. Yes, the flashes were used as well as the ultimates, but it's still not enough for them to get the kill. And look at this, Yux looking for some revenge for the side of Cerberus Esports. There's a flash in with the Runic Prison, and here comes Chong with a 3-man ultimate. Just pops Schnitzel like a pimple right there, but we still have Eiko with the ultimate, gonna revive him from that one, and that shall be no trades whatsoever, but bloody fights all throughout this one. It was almost 4 people, or 5 people already, by Cerberus going in onto the bottom lane.
Wow. Actually, I do not agree with Cerberus' call. The fight was already over. You cannot start a fight with a Rise, and your AD carry is already quite low. And then there are 3 people in the bot lane. I say that's another confident call, which might backfire if mawalan sila ng top lane or mamatayan si Trevor.
That ultimate miss from Jason, and look at this Trevor going a 2v1 under his own turret. Moraita Boy might get popped right there with his bubbles or his blobs, and Jason actually goes in and gets the kill onto Trevor. Trevor a bit too aggressive with that one. Yux using his ultimate with the AoE damage to stop the revival of the Zac there, but that was a 1-for-1 trade that might have been a 1-for-0 if, well, Trevor didn't do something like that.
Well, on the top lane, I think talagang gusto nilang i-go yun. It's just that was too early for Trevor. It was a miss ult, pero kung tumama yun, would have been a different story for an early kill. It is quite questionable how Trevor goes in with that flash. Kasi nga, we all know that Morita Boy's passive is already, I mean, it's up. So, I'm not sure. I think it's just too early for them.
Yeah.
What's kind of scary though is that, yes, there is still that 2,000 gold advantage for Cerberus Esports, but then you're actually giving kills to Jason on a Fizz. I mean, I've only seen the Fizz once, but it is scary when it does get going.
Yeah, and I really think the call on the teleport dun sa baba was quite confident na parang they could have, I mean, the teleport could have gone siguro earlier and more synchronized with the Victor. It did not really, you know, pan out, and then there wasn't any objective to take. They could have just backed away if you think about it.
Yeah.
So, they gave away, actually, the two teams gave away unnecessary kills. The Zac wasn't supposed to die. The Rexa wasn't supposed to die. But if you look at the kill distribution, you're right. It's going to the Fizz. Fizz can actually snowball if you maximize the Fizz by making him teleport or roam either the mid lane or teleport in the bot lane for him to get more and utilize the lead that he has. Meanwhile, dito naman sa Cerberus Esports, it's quite balanced. It's quite even. Although they can maximize the Infernal Drake buff for themselves, so Acion Arena has to pick their fights wisely.
Yes, of course. Hindi pa rin naman na nawawala yung firepower na meron si Victor. As you can see nga kanina, sobrang biglaan lang ng Chaos Storm. And sobrang nag-drop agad dun si Schnitzel.
Yeah.
Sobrang bilis lang. So still it's a threat for them. And I'm still alarmed nga, like what Asurai said, that's Fizz. So
Yeah.
we've seen it on the PGS na yung Fizz is mostly on the tanky, like Sunfire pa lang. Sobrang sakit na niya on the backline, trying to kill everyone. So, still looking forward on this Fizz. And going back naman dun sa sinabi mo, Riku, na sobrang nga yung masyadong resources na burn sa bot lane na nagtaka ko ba't ginaw pa. There's a burn consume already. And of course, low ADC marksman. Basically, wala na talaga kayo gaano magagawa doon. You're just going to rely on that flash plus combo from Chonk na hindi rin naman na nakakuha something in return.
Yeah.
Just burn their resources for nothing.
Yeah, both of them actually.
And now we're actually seeing that the Hounds getting themselves that mid-tier 1 while the Arena has decided to fight and get that bottom lane. That's a 1-for-1 trade in terms of the towers. Actually make that a 2-for-1 as Yux has free reign on this top lane, top tier 1 goes down, and that shall be a almost 4,000 gold lead for the side of Cerberus Esports.
Well, I just realized something actually. In terms of team composition, Acion Arena actually counters Cerberus Esports in a way because they both have Soraka with a wish and Eiko, that Zillion with his ultimate that cancels bursts. Definitely, these guys cancel bursts. Rise is definitely insanely strong with his ultimate up.
Yeah.
He just presses R and then chains everything else. If you know where Rise focuses on, you just put the ultimate there, and that's another Infernal Drake. You should deny that. Acion Arena should definitely deny that away from Cerberus Esports, or else they're just gonna really suffer. Make Cerberus Esports spike faster. And when they get like their second items completed, it's just gonna be more difficult for them.
Yeah.
And Chalk as well, Chaos Storm plus lasers, that's definitely quite bursty. You don't want to deal with that combined with everything else. That's anti-burst. Whichever, kung sino yung pinafocus nitong dalawang to, the Rise and the Victor, you put either the Zillion ult, definitely that's gonna counter the damage a bit, and that is when Acion Arena can fight back.
Yes, you can see here right now that Acion Arena gonna start off this Infernal Drake, but the members of Cerberus Esports have knowledge of this one. They can sniff it out like the hounds that they are. And here comes Chalk with the combo and immediately snice off Schnitzel right there, making it the 4v5. Will Acion Arena try to re-engage as their wish has been turned down? Now we'll see that Infernal Drake go into the hands of Cerberus. That's the 2 dragons for their pockets. and that'll be even more damage for Yux, for Chalk, as well as Marky.
Well, I'm not really sure what happened to Aiko's ult. It was on it wasn't on cooldown. He could just use it to Schnitzel and waited for Jason to go for a teleport play. So I'm not really sure what's in the mind of the arena boys right now.
Yeah, I think like he was just thinking maybe I could use it for a better,
just
for a
go
better
for a
situation.
disengage.
Yeah, but then if you kind of look at it, it would have been the best situation already because it baited out the ultimate of Chalk.
Yeah.
If they actually waited for a couple of seconds, that ultimate would have been gone, and then one less crucial ultimate for Asian Arena to deal with.
Yeah, well, the thing is for Asian Arena is that they're lacking power right now. They're lacking the damage in terms of if they go into a 5v5, because Zillion is not a reliable, consistent DPS mage, not at all. So you have to make the bomb scout, and it's more of a zoning tool more than a DPS tool if you think about it. And Cerberus Esports just doing this methodically. When Dragon's up, we get Dragon. When Rift Herald, we can take Rift Herald. Let's take Rift Herald. Rift Herald is where did they give it to? Because changes are different now. So you would want to put it on a duelist, but they put it on Trevor instead.
Trevor seeing Jason on the top lane with that Tremor sense. But will they go in onto this Fizz 2v1? They did that the other time, and that was a 1-for-1 trade that kind of slapped Yux in the face. Here they go. They go in onto Jason here. He does have his flash up. Uses the Chunk of Waters onto the Exciter to get the knockup, and he is still looking for the damage. Wish is activated, but it was actually didn't look like actually healed him for a bit there. Was there actually grievous wounds on Jason at that point? I'm not really sure. But here comes Asian Arena for the follow-up. Yux might actually get caught out here. He does have his flash, but no tier 1 to be part of to save his life. And that'll be a snipe for the side of Asian Arena, catching off Yux off guard with a 5-man gang into the top lane, even with an ace in the hole from very far away by Keith.
Well, it was a very good response from Asian Arena to take advantage of the place na gusto gawin nila Trevor. I mean, that was too much for them since alam nga nila na tanky na yung Fizz. They just gave out another score on that one for Asian Arena.
Yeah, again, another confident call. I mean, I'm pretty sure it could have worked if ever nabigay nga yung... You normally want to put the Rift Herald buff on a duelist, and I'd rather put it on Yux, because Yux is the split pusher. Yes. Yux is the duelist, can basically 1v1 people. So the thing is, it would really benefit Yux more since he's the one carrying the damaging items. Meanwhile, Rek'Sai, whoop!
Oh, flash there from Marky. Too quick for the hands of this ADR, but still they burn off, and Asian Arena might actually go for the siege. And if you check it out, well, do you see that how many zoning potentials Asian Arena actually has when they go for a push on a tower?
Yeah, there's like the bombs, there's the traps, there's the ult. Oh, hold that thought.
Trevor there. He pops his Banshee's Veil, but Cerberus looks to fight. And oh my goodness, Schnitzel for the second time looks to be the target for Shock right there. Why have you inferred the wrath of this beast in the mid lane? Knock up onto Keith, activates his flash to get away. There's the ultimate of Aiko, gonna get the revive. But look at this, Cerberus are just marching onto the arena. And there you go, the hounds have been unleashed. Who let the dogs out? Aiko looks to be the third target. He gets sniped by that third skill. Actually survives from the snipe of the Q of Trevor right there. But still, Marky did go down for that tier 2. But that was a 1-for-2 trade as Cerberus Esports looked to siege this mid tier 2 without the contention of Asian Arena.
Yeah, there's a huge problem here. Schnitzel gets bursted down, forced to go back. So their only source of sustain is gone. That's -1 immediately. And ito pa, they don't have damage. The problem of Asian Arena's comp is they don't have damage at all in terms of consistent DPS. So, it's like, pagdating na ng 5v5, you've got 3 damage power threats on Cerberus' side. Meanwhile, it's just the Caitlyn there for them.
So yun nga, naulit na naman yung nangyari kanina sa Dragon fight. You opted for a Caitlyn nga na kanina. Nakikita kasi natin advantage ngayon ng Cerberus eh. Marky has already that Essence River nung Dragon fight na yun. And right now, Caitlyn is only wearing a Runaans while this Marky already has his Phantom Dancer.
Yeah.
So basically, that's a 2 offensive items in the hands of that Severe. And yes, it was a really good play on that one.
Yeah, that's why it's quite difficult right now. So, Well then, it's, guys, sinabi ko kanina, kailangan nila mag-bank dun sa Fizz.
Oh wait, hold on. I thought there's gonna be a clash in the mid lane. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah, guess.
Okay,
Well,
looked like they wanted to go for a fight
really
there.
good wave clear coming in from Cerberus Esports as of this moment. Wave management, it's quite even, I suppose. Top, it's on Asian Arena side. CRB will slowly push at the bot lane.
Oh,
There was
here comes
something.
the force formation arena. They get out Yux. Can they get finalizing kill on him? Yes, they do. That'll be the snipe that they were looking for to pick up. But oh my goodness, Chalk a little bit out of position there. Gets caught up by the stun of the Zillion. And they have been fallen. Two members of Asian Arena or Cerberus Esports have gone down. Right, the boy survives with a sliver of HP, but Schnitzel is there for the for the heals of the Soraka. But still, that was Cerberus Esports way out position for that one.
And of course, that's Morita Boy with the very good slingshot on that rise, plus the chain CC coming from Aiko's bomb. So basically, it was a really good play for them. And of course, they took out another turret on that one.
Seeing how the combination of that kind of combo works for them, I think they should keep doing it. Where they focus someone down, it's the Cloud Drake. So
okay, will they try to go for the contest here? Trevor is very high on HP. Here comes Yux. He goes in onto Eiko. Eiko does not know what hits him. He goes down, and look at this. Asian Arena thought they had that in the bag, but Cerberus Esports' response time is just too damn fast.
damn, another Infernal Dragon coming up. Coming right next.
Okay, let's check out the replay. If
Yeah.
it plays out, let's see. There we go.
Yeah, so let's see here. That's a clash in the mid lane where they gotta pick off from Yux. They chained all their CCs there. The thing is, the rest of the members aren't nearby, so hindi siya naligtas. Natrap pa si Chok, and then everything just bursted, and the monsoon will not help at all.
Okay,
Because
let's
of
go back
that,
to the main scene as it looks like it's going to be the fight for the Baron. Here comes the well-renowned Baron dance. Jason a bit too aggressive right there. Forces himself to flash over. There's the on the hunt. Goes in for the follow-up. And there's a 3-man knockoff with the Chaos Storm. They did not know what hit him. Asian Arena, 2 members have gone down. Just looks to follow through. Will he get a catch onto it? Right, the boy looks to stop. What nice Howling Gale coming in from Shadow with that Monsoon just disengaging Morita Boy and Jason as well as they try to re-engage onto Yux. What a disengage from Cerberus.
damn, Shadow! That was a nice Howling Gale, actually canceling the initiate of Fizz. No, Chalk doesn't care, he just wants the
Actually
tower.
might survive, flashes over that gravity field, but still gets the kill on to Chalk.
Yeah, I gotta hand it to Shadow. Great Howling
Yes.
Gale, great Monsoon. Just really showing, really stepping up. And the thing is, I'm not sure kung ano nangyari dun sa Baron because we were watching the replay and then suddenly it was a Baron call. So, Cerberus Esports, they're taking everything off the map away from Asian Arena. So, their territory is slowly creeping inside Asian Arena, and I'm pretty sure they're waiting for, like, oh my god,
Youch.
that's super painful. Okay, so they're doing the wave management now because since they have Baron, they have the wave clear. They're most likely gonna siege somewhere or wait for the third Infernal Dragon that they could have, force a clash Asian Arena can't handle, or take Infernal for themselves with no contest whatsoever and then siege because that's 3 times the power of the Infernal Drake. And then they're receiving their power spikes right now. That's gaya na sinabi ko, 2 item power spikes. You patungan mo yan ng tatlong Infernal Drake. That's basically
All you can
a
ask for
scary
as an
snow.
offensive team, right?
Exactly.
Well, I
And yun
think
nga-
why the Infernal Drake was there is because, they're Hellhounds.
Yeah, they need one for
Yeah,
each
you
head.
know.
Yeah, they need one for each head. Right. And yun, going back on that Baron play, I really love Action Arena for taking advantage of the choke point. But of course, Cerberus having that good decision making on opting going on the other side and started the fight on a different way.
Yeah.
Of course, si Trevor, nakita niyo yung tunnel niya. mas dumaan siya sa blue and a very good free
Wow,
knock-up.
another Howling Gale from Shadow.
Shadow!
They had vision on that one, but still, gotta give props for timing on that Howling Gale
Yes,
as
so
well.
Shadow with that Monsoon and of course Howling Gale plays. Talaga nakikita nyo kung bakit dapat siyang i-watch out on this one.
Grabe
Second
talaga. The thing is, when you read the opponent already, especially he's on a Zac, I mean, Howling Gale cancels a lot of skills, and there's a lot of room for outplay, and that's why this Moraita boy might have trouble, trying to set up, especially Cerberus Esports has tons of wards around the map. I mean, that's why you pick a Zac, because you can gank in places where other junkers can't. So anyway,
here comes the side flank from Yux, actually not being needed. There's the Thunderwaters onto Shock, but no follow-up from the damage of Acion Arena here, as it looks like there's the snipe onto Eiko. They try to follow it up, but that's just going to be the 1-for-0 trade. But still, if you look at it, the Hounds have been unleashed into the base of the arena, and they are just destroying tower after tower. Inhibitors are not going to be long for this world. And if you check out that goal advantage, that is a 14,711 in terms of kills. Man, I'm kind of hungry with that name. But still, the aggression and the advantage just pouring in for the side of Cerberus Esports.
And yes, yan na nga yung sinasabi ni Riku with this type of, or with this part of the game, having those offensive items, they can just pursue team fights. They can just go ahead, take the base. Well, actually, they can finish nga this one with single-handedly having a team fight.
yeah. But then, they are
They wanted to
probably gonna
secure this
buy
one.
some items to get stronger, of course. And sakto, they want the third dragon for the fire dragon, infernal one.
What Asian Arena can do is that they can just go speed up Moraita boy. Since Slingshot is not really working right now, just speed him up, use the Let's Bounce, or just bait out a Thrill of the Hunt,
Yeah.
or just go ahead and bait out someone soon, and then just wait for another initiator. Because this lineup, umaasa lang sila sa Slingshot eh.
Yeah, the problem is, if they do want to bait out on the hunt, they have no modes of disengage. That's why they can't really bait out anything, because they don't have disengage.
Yes, and of course nga, on top of that, if i-bait out pa nila yun, baka sila pa yung
Sila
mabaliktad.
pa yung mabaliktad,
Since
oo.
the upper hand is already in the hands of Cerberus.
Yeah, talaga. Look at that. They're really patiently waiting for the third Infernal Dragon. Bot lane is the only one left. And 3 items already completed for the Sivir. 016. And
No vision at all for the side of Asian Arena.
yeah, I think they're quite scared already to actually advance. Baka mapitas lang sila, but Guardian Angel already on this rise. We need help. I mean, the itemization really affected the current champion pool sa ating sa current game natin ngayon.
Eh, nakita na rin kasi natin yung laban sa loob ng base. Sobrang beast na ni Yux going in.
Yeah.
Knowing na each of these head of the hounds already has that Infernal Dragon.
Yeah.
So yung power spike talaga nila, sobrang nandun na.
Yeah. And then right now they're just gonna most likely finish it methodically. I guess what Asian Arena can do is coming on to the next game is most likely think about their drafting in terms of power threats, because this comp is very situational and more like a snowball type. But the thing is, Cerberus, you're against Cerberus, you're not gonna get a snowball because these guys know how to play from the behind, and they know how to secure the early game.
Yes.
It's the early game that you have to crush, because Cerberus,
Wow, speaking of crushes, look at that damage from Shock. Just one combo, not knowing what just hit Eiko, using the ultimate on themselves, and this might be the Hail Mary clash that Asian Arena are trying to fight for game 1. Look at the damage output just out of Shock right there. I don't even think Marky was in that fight at all. And they have broken all inhibitors. They're just looking to finish out the Nexus Thirst, but oh my goodness, Shock is just on a rampage. Look at that death ray, really embodying the name of death. And ladies and gentlemen, unless I am mistaken, this will be game 1 for Cerberus Esports in this best of 5 series against Asian Arena for the semifinals match here in the FPGL 8 LOL. GG, well played.